everyone, my name is MJ Vilches, and welcome to part 2 of The Legend. I actually decided to give the title The Legend to our artwork for this month's TUP Art Challenge. So yeah, we're done with all of other months, of course. So now we're working on the August entry, which come from chapters 19 to 20 of the book Gregory the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. And it's the part where the gang first met Rip Red, and we all first officially met Rip Red. So yeah, this is part 2, and in this part I'm gonna be working on the inking process. But before all that, I just wanna say a huge thank you to Mbuddy, to Mbuddy, for a really huge support on KoFi. And he actually also made a comic, a nice little comic, which I'm gonna show here. I actually forgot to open it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, really nice comic right here. So yeah, that's a really nice thing to wake up to, seeing someone supporting you in your endeavors, and even took some time to draw to give the support. So yeah, Mbuddy, thank you so much. You're awesome. So yeah, if you want to support me, just like Mbuddy, just head over to my Ko-fi page through the link in the description, or this link right here. So yeah, any kind of support is really highly appreciated, actually. Even if you're just watching right now, and just sharing my videos and stuff, that's already a huge support. But of course, an especially huge thanks to those who are like Mbuddy, who go beyond that and just give so much. So yeah, thank you, Mbuddy. Anyways, let's keep going with our artwork for this month's #TUP Art Challenge, and we're gonna be keeping on working on the legend here, Rip Red. So yeah, let me just move this microphone so I can reach my tablet. So yeah, this is our progress yesterday, part 1. I actually just decided to use the legend as a title. I was gonna title it Rip Red when I said it in the previous part, but I think it would be best to just give it a title, The Legend. So the titling for all of my entry for #TUP Art Challenge are consistent. There's going to be a "the" and then whatever comes next, the Prophecy of Grey, the Coiler, and the Ring Dance. This time it's The Legend. I've kind of forgot what the title of the previous artworks, but from now on we're gonna be using that kind of way of giving a title to our artworks. So for now, hey there, Mbuddy. Once again, thank you. I think you missed the part where I said thank you and I shared your little comic. But yeah, thank you so much for the support, man. Really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going here. I'm gonna lock the lines for now. I'm gonna delete the fills. And before doing the inking, actually, we are going to do some editing. So I need to bring back the world to a lighter color, so we can see Rip Red, can see the drawing. And then I'm gonna edit some parts of this drawing right here, so that, because I Rip Red still kind of looks, he looks younger than how he should be, I think. It's probably because of the size of the head. I'm just gonna keep on scaling and doing stuff here. So I'm just gonna scale the head. And maybe move Just gonna do some editing, and this is the best thing about using grease pencil. You can just edit the lines like this. You can't really do something like this in other drawing programs. So just being able to like edit your drawing like this, it's really a really powerful thing you can do in an art program, because you can adjust your sketch. If you don't have to like redraw it, you can just drag a line and do some adjustments. It's a really nice thing you can do. So yeah, I think this is good. We have Ripper here doing the smile. And the next thing that I'm gonna sketch actually would be the environment. So let me just go back here. I'm gonna draw, set that to draw. And let's, because I'm not gonna be using this environment right here. Oops, need to select the right ink. So I'm just actually gonna follow along here, and the floor would be like right here. I'm just gonna follow the cave here, and since this is gonna be like a comic cinematic, we need to like go overboard. So just like that. So this is supposed to be a tunnel, and there's like an open cave, like a huge cavern there, because this is the mouth of a tunnel. And this is gonna be some foreground elements right here, which I'm probably gonna bring in closer, like maybe right here, like a foreground thingy. So if you look at that, there's our cave, there's Ripper, and this one's gonna be in the foreground, because the camera will be panning from left to right, revealing Ripper. And there's gonna be like a foreground cave wall here. You'll see that once we're done with this. But yeah, I think we're done here. Probably gonna do some stalagmites. What are stalagmites again? Are those, which ones are at the bottom? Stalagmites or stalactites? I forgot. Yeah, there's gonna be like a quick cave background there. So yeah, Mbuddy, yeah, it is nice to be able to do that, to use a 3D space to draw. And I actually plan to like teach you guys how to do it, especially when I'm done like modeling the characters, so that you can, since you can download the characters for free, I'm gonna teach you how to like post them around in 3D space, so you can use them as reference for your drawings. If that's what you can just do that. I wanna teach you something like that. Once I'm done like modeling the rats and the bats, you can use those character models to just post it around in 3D space. Do your own render of it, or you can use it as a reference for your drawings. So yeah, I'm working like on 3D things actually really help train my brain to be able to like draw properly, because before I was having a hard time like doing characters in different angles or just creating perspective like this. I mean, even now it's still difficult to do without reference. But yeah, my brain's kind of trained to like see like a kind of accurate perspective to reality, I guess. But yet sometimes you don't have to be like realistic. I often don't want to go a realism route, because we are already surrounded with reality all around us, and I want to create something that is kind of real, I guess, but there's an element of not realism to it, but it's gotta be believable. I mean, that's always the key. I mean, that's what Disney does, and that's something that I also want to do, actually, to just do something believable, not realistic. I'm not aiming for like a realism thing. just to be able to show like a believable artwork, I guess, or just a nice looking artwork. But yeah, it is really nice to just draw on 3D space, and that's what Blender made possible. So that's a huge thanks to the guys from Blender, the Blender Foundation, to every like developers there. And yeah, if you can, please do support the development of Blender as well, because those guys like kind of enable people to have to be able to fulfill their dreams, especially people like me. But, so yeah, if you can, support those guys as well, because I also want to do that someday when I can. So yeah, I think we're done just doing some editing here. I did the sketches for the cave environment, and now I think I can turn off our cave tunnel, the 3D cave tunnel, because I'm not going to be using that in the render. I gotta make sure that that's turned off in the render as well. Right here, turning this, just disabling this so that it doesn't render. So we have rip red here, we have our whole scene here nice and sketched and laid out. Next we're gonna be doing some inking. So yeah, hey there, Vladimir. That's a very long name. I'm not gonna be able to say that, but yeah. So yeah, Vladimir. Yes, I'm planning to like actually some of the models for this project is already available for download. You can use them for your artworks, but of course just follow the license there, because they are based on a book. But then again, they can just like, the characters can just be, you know, they can be anything. But yeah, you can download the characters, use them for reference for your drawings. A lot of people are actually doing that, and there are a bunch of tutorials online on YouTube on how to do that actually. But I also want to do one myself for, you know, for the models of the Underland project, to also help like TUC fans who are interested to do this kind of stuff, to help them make their own artworks. So yeah, let's start the inking process. I'm going to start with red, so I'm going to separate the sketch grease pencil object here. So we have a grease pencil object right here. It's like a 3D object, so you can like add a lot of elements. This is what the best thing about animating. If you're like a 2D animator, really suggest you study how to animate in Blender, because just the possibilities of what you can do in Blender. You can incorporate 2D with 3D, and Blender is a free program, so you can go crazy with it without having to worry about monthly subscriptions. That's why I switched to like all free program workflow, so that I don't have to worry about monthly subscriptions, and to also prove that, you know, great like you can do awesome films and animations with even when you're just using free programs. Because there are programs like Blender now that just really awesome. Anyways, I'm gonna add a new grease pencil object. I'm gonna name this grease pencil. Camera right there, and I'm gonna separate them in collection. Camera and the lights will be in one collection. This cave tunnel environment can just stay there, because I'm not gonna be using that. And then yeah, let's put I'm gonna select the grease pencil collection right here. I'm gonna shift S cursor to world origin, so the cursor is like in the middle there. So I'm gonna shift A. I'm gonna add a grease pencil. I'm gonna add a blank one. I'm gonna call this Rip Red, because this is gonna be the Rip Red grease pencil object. It's going to be separate grease pencil objects for each element. So yeah, we can start doing some inking now. So we have the Rip Red grease pencil object selected. I'm gonna Control Tab, and I'm gonna go to draw. So yeah, Mbuddy. That's why I'm telling you to like save up for yourself, man. You have to buy that computer. I'm just kidding. I mean, if you really like, if you want to explore Blender and you want to like create stuff with it, yeah, I think it would be a nice investment, because because you know, you can do a lot of stuff in Blender. But yeah, I'm not really gonna force you. But then again, you can just like buy a laptop like mine, which is I don't think it's too expensive. That's just if you really wanna like pursue a you wanna buy a computer to do this kind of stuff. But yeah, I think there's an app as well. That it's not Blender, but there are apps that you can like use, that you can like that can help you in your drawings. You can like, I think I saw an ad of an app somewhere. I just forgot what the name is, but yeah, there's an app where you can use like you can like post around like a base model of something that would help you draw your you know, just your own stuff. So yeah, I have to change to draw here. So yeah, you can either buy a cheap laptop, I mean just a good enough laptop to handle Blender if you want to practice, or download an app that would be that would help you. That would become like a reference if you want to draw things. But yeah, now let's ink rip red. So I'm gonna start on the face here. Wait, let me just check. Yeah, I think we're good to go through the inking process here. Oopsie. That shouldn't be rough. It should be maybe I'll use ink pen. I have to set a material actually. Solid stroke, a black solid stroke. And then probably make this about 50. Yeah, Vladimir, Blender is 100% free to use for any purpose forever. That's kind of what's in their website. Just go to blender.org. Yeah, it's a free program that's just, you know, you can just be, that's why it's so awesome, you know. It's just really awesome. And it's got a really like huge community. If there's anything you want to learn with it, just do a YouTube search or Google search and you'll see it right away, because there are tons of tutorial online how to use it. There are a lot of beginner tutorials, but what I can recommend would be the beginner tutorials that Blender Foundation themselves made, which is in their channel. Just look for the Blender channel on YouTube, or maybe we can do it. You can visit it later. Yeah, Blender is a free program, and there's just a lot of things you can do with it. It's used in a lot of different fields, not just creating films and animations or artworks. It's even used in like medical fields to create like prosthetics, stuff like that. It's really awesome. And yeah, I think Blender is also used many times in films as well. And soon it will become like the industry standard. because of the updates they're making for it. So yeah, let's just keep going here. So yeah, the rat's nose. Now this one is going to be quite a challenge. Probably like so. So yeah, I'm gonna ink this and then we'll see if we can keep going, because it's only been 19 minutes. We're still on the head, so I gotta keep drawing while talking. So what I want to do with Ripred actually is to just emphasize his like furs on the hair part, because those would serve like, I kind of visualize Ripred as like Barbossa, or just a pirate that has like beard. I also will need to like add the whiskers later. So this is like Ripred's beard right here. And there. The jaw. Maybe make that into like a fur. And then the ears. So Ripred is like a rat who's clearly been through so many battles. So his ear will be, it's going to have like a claw. It's like sliced right here. Hey Bronwyn Baker, welcome to the stream and glad you could make it. Right now we are drawing, right now we're doing some inking on my entry for this month's TUP Art Challenge. The title of this artwork is The Legend. And if you're a TUC fan, then you'll know that this rat right here is a legend. So yeah. I think I need to like lower the opacity of our sketch here. Because it's kind of getting distracting. So object. Sketch, I'm gonna lower the opacity of the sketch so we can see more the ink. I might have to add a smooth modifier to this because oh, I'm adding it to the wrong grease pencil object. Need to add it on the inked Ripred. So yeah, I want to keep the imperfections just so it would look, I don't want it to look too clean. But yeah, right now we're inking, doing some inking. We're doing this in Blender because I want to do like a comic cinematic thing where the camera is like panning and then revealing the legend here, Ripred, the legendary rat. So yeah, it's gonna be like a comic cinematic, like the final piece of this. I'm probably gonna also render like a still shot of it to serve as like an artwork that I can post on my art accounts. And there's gonna be an animation, like a quick comic cinematic, not really like an animation where Ripred is moving. It's gonna be too much. It's gonna take so much time. I'm just gonna settle with a comic cinematic for now because soon I will be modeling this character into 3D. And just like the other characters, I'll be sharing the creation process of that. So we have Ripred here. So yeah, Ripred's gonna be modeled into 3D. I cannot end the Underland project without modeling Ripred. You can't use Blender 2.79 to do this because this feature is only available in Blender 2.83 Limelight. You can't use this grease pencil like 2D animation feature. I mean, you can use the grease pencil because it's already available in Blender 2.79, but not in this kind of way where you can use it like this. It's more complicated to use it on older versions. You have to use Blender 2.8 to do this one. Any version from Blender 2.80 and up, because that was the version where Blender kind of really changed like the whole layout and everything just to follow a standard, like an industry standard, user friendly interface. And yeah, I really suggest that you use the newer versions though, because the newer versions are the ones who are less buggy and have like the most recent features, which are not, some of them are not are not available on Blender 2.79 anymore, or are not available in 2.79. So yeah. So to share to you the specs of my laptop is let me just open it up. I did save a picture of the specs here, I think. But yeah, my laptop is not that beefy. It's not that, you know, it's not that great. But I have made a ton of stuff on it. And here are the specs right here. So I'm just gonna share to you the specs so that you're aware that even if you don't have that powerful of a computer, you know, you can still use it. I mean, I'm using it right now. I'm streaming and then showing you. So yeah, this is my laptop. Not really advertising. This is not a sponsored video, but I am using this. It's an Intel Core i5, 8GB RAM, and this is the graphics card. It's not even that great. So yeah, this is my laptop. And this is what I do in creating like 3D animations. You can see in my main channel, most of the recent videos there are done with this laptop. And I used an even slower laptop on the older videos that I made. And yeah, it's actually coming to a point where I'm like reaching some limits to it. And I'm not sure if I can keep going with the project using this laptop, like creating more 3D animations for the Underland project. I'm not sure if I can keep going with this kind of laptop, but I'm still going to try. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I do have a KoFi account for those of you who want to support me in this endeavor and want to help me buy that new computer. But yeah, for now, the laptop is doing its job. And I'm doing I end up making some really cool stuff with it. If you've seen my works, I mean, they are pretty cool, right? I don't know, but yeah, I'm using this laptop to do those. So yeah, the lightsaber one, I actually need to create like a Blender 2.80 version of that tutorial. But right now I'm focused on this project, the Underland project. I'm creating a 3D animated short film by myself using only free programs on this laptop. So yeah, this is like a byproduct of that project, this artwork right here, because I do what I call hashtag TUP Art Challenge, or the Underland Project Art Challenge, where I draw artworks from the book based on the book Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. So this is a byproduct of that project, and the main product of the project is an animated short film. 5 of them was planned, but I'm not even sure if I'm able to do that. But I'm going to try to finish 2 of the 5 episodes that's planned to be released. Yeah, you'll be seeing some really awesome. I mean, you can explore my channel. Channel is like packed with a lot of Underland project stuff, and my other streams is about some animation refinements. You can watch those if you want. And that's I did share on some of those streams what the project is, if you guys are interested about that. But there are also links in the description below. So yeah, the aim of the project is to create an animated short films based on the book Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins, the same author who wrote The Hunger Games. Gregor the Overlander is part of a series of books, The Underland Chronicles, which she wrote before The Hunger Games, and I have been waiting for an adaptation of those books, and they never came. I mean, The Hunger Games was made into movies first, and that's kind of part of what drove me into like initiating this project. To to create animated adaptations based on the book. But yeah, this is a fan project, and hopefully I'd be able to, like, you know, I'd be in a position someday where I can actually like make, like, really create an official animated adaptation of the books. But yeah, well, I'm just gonna settle with this for now. Yeah, Mbuddy. This kinds of fur are not even the greatest out there, so I'm not gonna recommend you like follow it, I guess. But yeah, furs are some one of the things that I kind of just learned by keeping on doing it. So yeah, I guess you should. That's something that you should do. Just, you know, practice doing it, and eventually you're just gonna have like your own style of doing it, or, you know, do it better than me. So yeah, glad that someone else, I mean, glad that there are other TUC fans here. So yeah, Vladimir, there's actually a community of fans for TUC. I mean, if you want to join, I'm gonna share later the Discord servers. Yeah, there's community of fans, of TUC fans, that where, you know, you can join there and chat with people with the same interests, I guess. And yeah, I also have a Discord server for this project where we can also talk about TUC if you want. The link will be in the description. But yeah, let's just, oops, didn't mean to do that. So that other paw seems to be bigger than the other one, but that's something that I don't have to worry about, especially since I'm doing this in Blender grease pencil, because I can just do this. Just the power of being able to edit this way. So awesome. Blender's so awesome. Like, if there's like a part of grip red here that is off scale, I can just literally grab that line and scale it and move it wherever I want. It's so awesome. Really like this kind of, I really like drawing in Blender. Just the ability to do that is so awesome. So let's just keep inking here. It's only 32 minutes in, and I think we're almost done with Ripred here. Maybe we can do some inking for the background as well in this stream. So yeah, the Maze Runner. I don't think they, I mean, the Maze Runner adaptations, like I've listened to the books of Maze Runner, like the series of books on the Maze Runner, and there's a lot of things that they changed in the movies. There was even a time when I was listening to it that I wanted to actually make those parts that are not in the movies, like animate them, but I don't think there's not much of a motivation on that regard. But yeah, Maze Runner is also awesome. And the movies really just didn't follow the book on the later parts as well. But I'm glad that, you know, the guy, I forgot his name, I'm glad that he ended up with that girl. It was a happy ending, a happier ending than the Underland Chronicles. So yeah, Vladimir, I'm gonna be sharing to you those servers later once we're done with Ripred here. So let me just, actually I'm just gonna delete this part right here, because let me just look at some rat references on Google, because I wanna see how they're like, this lag part here looks like. So yeah, there should be, what, like 4 paws or 3 paws. You gotta get a bigger image. You can't see it. I can't show it to you guys because it's in Google, and I'm not sure if those images are like, I mean, you know, it's fine to show those images, But yeah. Let's see. Let me just... Okay, got it now. I got it now. And yeah, Vladimir, I'm missing some chats where I didn't realize that you guys are like chatting it up in the chat. And yeah, Vladimir, thanks for that. You know, just following and closely and just admiring my work. You know, that's a really nice thing. And yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for following Doodle Notes and, you know, my endeavors, my journey to awesomeness. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, I think the rats, and they have like little something like this here and one right there, kind of like that. It's kind of how the rat's feet looks like. But since, you know, these are mutated rats, these are really giant rats, maybe, yeah, maybe I'll just add this right here. So imagine, so Rip Red is one of like the deadliest fighters in the Underland, and just those claws, you wouldn't want those claws to be directed at you, especially if it's Rip Red. You'll surely die. You're just gonna be sliced into pieces. If those claws reach you. That's how deadly Rip Red is. Good thing he's on our side. Or is he? So yeah, let's finish up Rip Red here. I'm not trying to be too meticulous because I'm actually doing like the dirty, janky way of drawing it on purpose. Because that's kind of the style that I want to achieve for this artwork here. Because I'm also gonna there's going to be like a TUC fandom week. It's a fan organized event, like the Underline Chronicles fandom week next week, and I want to do it. I want to my entry, as I participate on that event, the kind of artworks I'm doing is kind of like this. So this is like a warm up. So I wouldn't really have time to be too detailed about things, because I plan to like finish artworks like this in one day during that week, so I can participate for each day of the week during TUC fandom week. So yeah, I think his claws look weird. I mean, his paws right here looks weird. Let's fix that. I need to like why isn't it working? Control L. There we go. And I need to make that smaller. It's kind of too big right there. So yeah, now the tail is left. Let's just draw that one. And we're almost done here. I probably need to do add some smoothing here on this area, so it's not too shaky. So, tail right there, like so. Okay, that's it, I guess. I'm gonna be using this. Wait, first I'm gonna use pen, and then I'm gonna use that curve thing. It's probably gonna be too thick though. But Blender being awesome, you can actually adjust those later. So just so I don't end up. So this tail may not be visible in the final artwork, but I still wanna, in the final result or final thing. The final piece. So let's just do some editing here. I can probably Control L this, Shift D that, Shift D duplicate the line, so I can just add the line right here. So yeah. So yeah, Vladimir. I'm actually surprised that you know about TUC Week. I thought that there's only a few people who knows it. That's why I want to share it. To I wanna do something for it soon, like a visual. But yeah, if you know TUC Week, then there's a good chance that you know about the servers. Oh, sorry about that, Blifton. Sometimes, I mean, I put the time on the live streams, but I sometimes start early, like really early sometimes. I mean, yeah, I post. During about the time when I'm posting, like I'm saying in my Facebook or even in Discord that I'm the live stream in a few minutes. When I say that, I'm actually about to start like 5 minutes or 1 minute after posting those things. So yeah, I'm sorry. I actually started really early today for this stream. So yeah, I set it to 9:30 because I'm not sure if I'm able to wake up in time to like prepare everything. But recently I've been waking up early, so streams starts early. So right now I think the stream should be like about 9 a.m. It should start right about 9 a.m. at 9 a.m. or like 8:50. I just add like a 30-minute, like whatever it's, what's the term for that? Like a 30-minute, you know, I start 30 minutes early, like in the recent streams. Sometimes I start late, or I'm not able to stream because, as you know, things get really noisy sometimes with the dogs. I mean, with the dog and stuff. But yeah, sometimes I really start early. And yeah, sorry about that. Although starting early, there's a bunch of people watching right now. There's like my usual viewers would be like 5 concurrent viewers. Right now there are 6, and there was a point that it was 7. So maybe starting early is a good idea. But yeah, right now we're inking Rip Red right here. And we're done, actually. We're done inking Rip Red. We can turn off the sketch and look at just the inked part right here. And yeah, it's not the best drawing out there, but it's decent enough, I guess. So now we're done with Rip Red. I'm gonna quickly head over to the backgrounds, because we're about to go 50 minutes here. I want to be able to be done with the inking process in this stream for everything. So I'm just gonna Shift A. I'm gonna add another blank grease pencil object. Excuse me. And I'm gonna draw this cave right here, right behind Rip Red. So I'm gonna use cave subject, because this is gonna be like cave close to the subject, which is Rip Red. And I'm gonna start doing some color, doing some inking. Right away. Not even wasting a moment. I'm gonna add the solid stroke material here. And we're gonna draw our cave. Just I think the line needs to be rough. So I'm gonna draw right until right on the spot behind Ripred here, because we're gonna be coloring the entire background for that. So I'm gonna draw. Now this part I don't need to draw some rocks there, because they're definitely not gonna be visible. So rock right here, rock right there, right there. So just some quick, there's a quick inking here. It's like doodling, but it wouldn't be doodling because there's references, there's a sketch. But yeah, did that, and that should be enough for the cave subject area right here near Ripred. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go object, and I'm gonna move that a little bit behind him. Like there's a small space between him and the background right there. That's near him, the cave subject. So next, I'm gonna add another grease pencil object and call this cave BG. This is the cave in the background right here. So let's switch the drawing again. I'm gonna get the solid stroke, and then I'm just gonna draw kind of just a quick drawing like that. So this is like the cave background. I'm gonna do some, I'm not sure what do you call this thing? What is the stuff that's what's the bottom? Is it stalagmites or stalactites? Actually, those are too big. I'm gonna put some whatever. I'm not a very smart person, so sorry about that. So this is just like a quick background thing right here. Don't need to be too detailed, because that's mostly going to be blurred out later on for the final piece. So we have our background right here. I'm just gonna overlap some of the lines here so that we can do some panning later. So if there are stalagmites, there should be stalactites, because those are water dripping down, right, and then going down here, forming this thing. I'm not sure which ones are the stalagmites or which ones are the stalactites, but those are the names. So we are finished with a cave background here. Next, I'm gonna put that cave background probably. Yeah, it's fine if it's there. I just need to go to object mode and move this back, because that's gonna be in the background. And I'm also gonna scale it so that it's back to its original size from before. So if you look there, there's gonna be like a parallax thing going on there. If we move over the camera, you can see the background, the ones further moves faster than the ones, the ones further moves like slower than the ones nearer. It's parallax, so we could do like something like this. So next, the final thing that we're gonna be doing here is the cave FG. Cave underscore FG. Cave foreground, and this is gonna be the foreground cave part right here. So we're just gonna switch to solid stroke. Just gonna breeze through this so that I'll be able to finish within 50 minutes. Let's not make this thing 1 hour long. So I'm just gonna draw, maybe make the lines thicker as we're near the camera here. So that's just the cave foreground right there. So once I add color to this, you'll see what I'm going for with this. So object mode, going to move this object, this grease pencil object, nearer the camera right here, and I'm gonna scale it down some. So now we have that. So that's looking nice. So I'm gonna bring this back to where it was before. So now you'll see if I do some move. So you know, Ripred's hidden behind the foreground cave, and then he's gonna be shown. And that's when he says his line. I'm gonna start scanning the book for that line again. I keep forgetting about it. And he's gonna say, well, I prepare. Sorry, I messed that up. He's gonna say, well, I prefer to think of myself as a legend, but I suppose guide will do. That's what he said here. And that's like my quick Ripred voice right there. So as you can see, you're seeing here what we're trying to achieve for this piece right here. So just to quickly show this, I guess I'm gonna go add a grease pencil layer and call this line. This should be the line. Oh, this is not the line. This is the line. I need to change that. This is fill. This is grease pencil layer. This is the line. The line being that one, and the fill will be just a sec here. Let's draw just a quick. I'm gonna add a quick material for the fill layer of the background. So this is cave FG fill. Cave FG fill. I'm gonna uncheck stroke because it won't have stroke. It would have fill, and the color of it will be grayish green, because this is like near Ripred's like lair, and near his lair it should be kind of wet because of that magnesium. I think I'm not sure what I'm talking about. The rotten eggs, those liquid that smells like rotten eggs dripping around that part of Ripred's area. But yeah, let's just pick that color right there, and I'm gonna quickly, no, not like that, I'm gonna quickly draw a fill for this. So this is just a temporary fill, just so, oopsie, is this supposed to be, something's happening here. The fill is right above our cave, our line, which is not supposed to be the case here. Wait a minute. Where am I? Why is that? Okay, this is, sorry about this. Oh yeah, phosphorus. I think that's what it's called, phosphorus. Those liquid that smells like rotten eggs that you can find, that's found in caves. I think it's phosphorus. And yeah, yeah, it is for phosphorus. I'm not very smart, guys, on that area, so you can't really take my word for it. So for some reason, if I do this, everything else gets hidden. That's so weird. That is a Blender bug right there, guys. That's a huge Blender bug right there. The others shouldn't be affected. I mean, the Ripred layer shouldn't be affected by this object. So it's weird that it is being affected. Because as you can see, it's like all of the first layer of all of... Well, that's just great, isn't it? We are encountering a bug here, people. No, we're not throwing the whole thing away. But yeah, we encountered a bug in Blender here, which takes into, or maybe, I don't know about this, man. Maybe I did something. Maybe I'm at fault here, because I was moving too fast there. I might have clicked something, and now we have. Wait a minute. Oh, yep, it is me, because we're in the material tab. That's why when I do this, it like, you know, it disables in view everything that uses this material, the solid stroke. We should be doing this right here. Right here, dude. Right here in the object data properties of this grease pencil object. That it is my fault. Now if I do this, see, it's not a Blender bug. It's me being dumb. Okay. Okay, let's keep going here. Oh well. Things happen. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna select the cave BG here. Pretend that none of those things happened, guys. None of those things happened. If this was not a live video, I would have edited that part out, but unfortunately, it is a live video, and you get to witness how dumb someone can be. But then again, this is Blender, and you know, things like that normally happens. Anyways, yes, Mbuddy, I'm using parallax to like, this is just like a comic cinematic, so I'm utilizing like parallax stuff to like create our. This is gonna be like I said, it's a comic cinematic, so there's gonna be like, well, I prefer myself a legend, but I suppose guide will do, and then zinc. So yeah, I'm just gonna add some fills here, just some quick fills. So actually no, I'm gonna serve. That's supposed to be for the next video, but just so you can see what I'm trying to achieve here, I'm gonna disable sketch and move the camera again. Well, what's happening? Am I pressing the wrong button? Or the object? Yeah, it's not selected properly. But yeah, as you can see, Repred's hidden, and then he's shown. So I'm planning to do something like this for each of my entry for TUC Fandom Week, but they're gonna be simpler, of course, so that they won't take like days to finish. Just a few hours, or just in 1 hour, I'd be able to finish an artwork. But yeah, as you can see, it's looking nice. Yeah, this is Repred. There's the diagonal scar across his face right there. So yeah, I think that's it for now. This video, I mean this stream only tackles inking, and on Thursday, because I won't be streaming Wednesday tomorrow, which is probably Tuesday for you guys, I'm not sure. But yeah, I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna that's just like a breather for Wednesday, and I'm gonna be continuing this on Thursday and hopefully finish the whole thing by Friday, or maybe finish it by Wednesday, because inking might, I mean, coloring this, putting the fills and stuff won't take much. But yeah, for now this is it, and yeah, we're done. And because, like I said, I was gonna share to Vladimir. Hopefully he's still there. I was gonna share to Vladimir the Discord server. I mean, the Discord server for the Underland project is already on the description below. So Vladimir, if you're still watching, just go to the Underland project server, and then there I will share to you the links for the other Discord servers. Yeah, I think that's all. Hey, Mbuddy, your comic is awesome. Okay. It's not awful. It's not, yeah, it's not awful. It's awesome. And I really appreciate you doing that. So yeah, thank you for that. So, yeah, I think that's all for today. We are done with the inking process. As you can see, you're seeing, you know, what I'm trying to achieve here by moving this camera right there. And yeah, in the next stream, which will be the day after tomorrow, we're gonna be putting some color on Rip Red here, probably set up some lighting and stuff. And yeah, that's all. Thank you everyone for being here. Blifton, Mbuddy, Vladimir, John Hartman. Thanks. And yeah, I think that's all that I just need to show here. Once again, thank you to Mbuddy for being a really great supporter. Yeah, Vladimir, thank you so much for that. And yeah, Vladimir, just join the Discord server, and then from there, I'm gonna point you to the other TUC Discord servers, if you like. But yeah, I think that's all. Thanks for watching. Also, I need to show this. A huge thanks to all of my KoFi givers, to Magnolia Weathershield, Erick Madrigal, Elizabeth Munie, Mbuddy, GulliermoGage, and Tristan Wintle, my top supporters, the ones who's like really given a lot. Thank you guys so much for the support. And if you want to be like any of those guys, just head over to my KoFi page. Maybe you'll like some of the perks that I plan to give there. And one of the perks is VIP access through the Discord server, which is where I share like I share my progress on things that I don't normally share to everyone, like the golden doodle fuels and stuff. But yeah, that's all I guess for now. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing to my main channel as well. Just search for Doodle Notes Productions on YouTube or everywhere. That's where I post like short films, the animations for this project, and all the other main content. And yeah, like this video if you had fun during the stream, and just, you know, keep you know, I'm getting lost here. Anyways, just goodbye, thanks for watching. Consider liking, subscribing the video. My name is MJ Vilchas, and yeah, I need to actually refine some animations for Windland Project Episode 1. Goodbye.